today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Zach Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Shoves him aside near the 35. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobber into the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Tua going to run again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Calling no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A check on the numbers receiving for Anderson last week. 3 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to pass. Tua.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. This one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Tua now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This time Wilson will throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Tua, a final shot before, and he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Chargers.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL,
trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Gibson on the read option. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Wilson. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run it again with Chubb. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Stays on his feet. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
From the 6, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to air one out for Anderson.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders-Patriots to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the